Here is a 92-year-old man, Ronald James Reed, a very patient man who lived a very moderate life with no college degree, no good financial background, and no connections whatsoever. Worked as a janitor and a gas station attendant his whole life. He bought a 2-bedroom house for $12,000 at age 38. And on the other hand, we have a man named Richard Fuscone, with an MBA, graduated from Harvard and worked for top firm Merrill Lynch as an executive, and retired in his 40s with millions of dollars. And he bought an 18,000 square feet mansion with 11 bedrooms, 2 elevators, 2 pools, 7 garages, and cost more than $90,000 to just maintain the house. And for that house, he actually borrowed money. Now, the reason I mention these two names here is that you'll be surprised how they both end up. Let's talk about Richard first. Now, during the 2008 financial crisis with the housing market, which basically hurt everyone's finances and left Fuscone totally bankrupt, and he lost both of his houses and virtually became homeless. And on the other hand, we have Ronald. When he passed away, he left whopping $8 million in his will that nobody expected. Now, Ronald Reed was a patient man who invested a small amount of money consistently in blue chip stocks and waited for the magic of compounding. He left $2 million to his stepkids and more than $6 million to the local hospital and library. Now, Ronald Reed was a patient man and Richard was greedy. And fascinating thing about both is that how unique they were with their money. It can also shows you how behavior can lead tons of wealth, and on the other hand can virtually make you homeless as well. And it also shows how soft skills are way more important than technical skills when it comes to money. This book basically shows that how ordinary people like us without any financial education or background can generate wealth with just a few behavioral skills. Now let's talk about the lessons I've learned from this book. Just to give you a backstory, I have been living totally debt-free for the last 2 years. But now I am saving 20% more of my income than I was in the last 2 or 3 years, and especially after reading this book. And you can do the same. Now, this book applies to everyone. It doesn't matter if you make less or more, because it only talks about the behavior. It does not go into nitty-gritty or technical side of things. I'm also making an average income in Canada, so I'm not making like hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. After reading this book, especially for the last 3 to 4 months, I've been saving 50 to 60% of my monthly income and investing consistently. I strongly recommend you get this audiobook, or if you prefer reading, a paperback copy. Believe me, the examples of Richard and Ronald are just a tip of this book. You can find so many great examples similar to this with practical outcomes. And at the same time, I want to squeeze in my newsletter, which is totally free, where I can send you 2 emails every single week personally with topics on investing, AI, building businesses, saving. This is good enough to give you a context on the book and why you should be buying this right after watching this video. Believe me, you're gonna be reading this book almost once every single year just to level up your head and your behavior with money. Now, if you like this video, then please help this small YouTuber out with the algorithm by liking this video. And if you want to learn more about making money, opening up your businesses, investing, so and so, you can check these videos out here. And thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next one.